Hello guys, Dusty here with another YouTube video, this time with what I hope is improved lighting. Okay, so I basically just kind of redid the lighting. I want to know what you guys think. So please let me know in the comments if it looks good, or if it looks horrible, let me know so I can get rid of it. But yeah, that's the first thing. Also, we found video games! Yeah, we found video games and we found video game related stuff. So to get started, we're of course going to start with something that we forgot to put in the last video, and I believe the video before that too. This one should have been in. I got this one a long time ago. It was just sitting in my car, but this is a Xbox 360 controller, $5. It does have a little bit of corrosion on one of the contacts there, but a little bit of vinegar will take that out, so no big deal. Yeah, $5 for an Xbox 360 controller in fairly clean shape. I mean, it doesn't look very used. I mean, even the little dimples on the analog sticks still look clean, so pretty good. This is from the local Goodwill, $5. Why not? Alright, next up was a pickup which was a little bit random, but it's still something that I wasn't necessarily looking for, but I can probably make some use out of, and that is, of course, a Microsoft Sidewinder in the box here, with the instructions here, and of course the Sidewinder itself, which is very dusty, but it seems to be in very nice shape, so, you know, it's pretty cool. It's got all the things have, and probably does all the things it should do. I don't know. It's Microsoft Sidewinder. Yeah, for $3. How do you pass one of these in the box for $3? I'm sure I'll eventually play like a flight sim or something like that, and I'll want to use this. But for now, this box just looks cool. When I have the game room all set up, this is gonna go on display somewhere. Which the game room will eventually happen. Gosh darn it, we're gonna make that happen. But next up, we have a pickup. Next, okay, this is. Let me put it this way: it's easily like thrift store pickup of the year. So, have you ever walked into a thrift store? You walk in where they keep the VHS tapes and DVDs and stuff. You see something, and then you kind of rub your eyes, and you're like, "Am I really seeing what I am seeing right now?" Like, you question your own senses because you can't believe what you're seeing. Well, I run over to it, of course, and I pick it up and I almost yell, "Holy mother of crap," because it was like, "Ah!" And I think it would be best if I just show you what I found. Mega Man X. Now, Mega Man X would probably be just enough, but Mega Man X in the box for $2.39. I couldn't believe it. I'd actually like ran around and checked all the other VHS. I completely checked every single nook and cranny of the store and could not find any more Super Nintendo games, unfortunately. But nonetheless, I did find this one. So yeah, and the cartridge itself is in very nice shape. This is going to go on the shelf because I don't want to have to open and close the box anymore, because that puts wear and tear on the box, which isn't good for anybody. And this box is fairly worn, but I really can't complain for, you know, $2.59 for Mega Man X in the box. And it does have the manual, and the manual is in worn shape, and it has been wrote in. As you can see, they went all out and like wrote on all the codes and strategies to beat the bosses, which, you know, I kind of like stuff like that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about, you know, games that have like stuff wrote into the manual and stuff like that. Personally, I don't really care about manuals and boxes too much for cartridges anyway, so I mean, you know, it's kind of cool to just see stuff like that. Like, if there was writing all over the box, I wouldn't like that. But if it's like coherent stuff, like, you know, they put a lot of time into writing like the strategies on how to freaking do everything and all the codes and stuff. I don't know. I just find that interesting. In fact, I might go ahead and play this game at some point using that and see what happens as like maybe a fun video. I don't know. Maybe a monotonous and boring video. Anyway, you'd be watching me play Mega Man X, so I know it's at least going to be a game that I'm not good at, because for some reason I just am not good at Mega Man games. But anyway, we're going to put this box over here so we don't step on it or anything. And we also found, in that trip, same Goodwill and everything, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Now, this, when I opened it up, I already have these out because this is my second time trying to shoot this video. My camera ran out of memory and whatnot. But it had the map, the manual, and GTA San Andreas at the front. So I was like, dang it, this game's not in here because I didn't have this one, and this is the only one of the 3 like Turtles games that I didn't have for the Xbox. I have 1 and 3, but I didn't have 2. But lo and behold, they were under these, and not only that, but I was actually missing, I believe, the poster to GTA San Andreas. Do I have my copy of San Andreas over here somewhere? I'm not going to bother trying to find it now, but nonetheless, for $2.39, I figured that's a pretty good pickup. This is like an $8 game in itself. And now I have all of the Turtles games for the Xbox, I believe, unless there's any besides 1, 2, and 3. I don't know. Anyway, next up, we have Pawn Shop pickups. Yes, Pawn Shop is finally delivered after, I don't know, I think it's been weeks since I found anything at the pawn shop. So yeah, this is pretty big event, but they managed to deliver when it came to specifically PlayStation 2 games. So for starters, we have the obligatory copy of Star Wars Battlefront 2, because I just pick this up whenever I see it for dirt cheap, and yeah, it's $2.99. They kind of price these ones randomly between $1.99 and $3.99, so just kind of go with it. I figure that's fine. I don't know what kind of scheme they use to price them, but nonetheless, for a complete copy of Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the PlayStation 2, I'll take that for $2.99. And next up, in fact, this might even be an upgrade to mine. It's in pretty clean shape. And then next up, we got Summoner 2. Once again, $2.99. It's in very good shape, so I figured, what? Oh, actually, the disc has some scratches on the top. Did I check the bottom of this one? I think I did. Yeah, it's not too bad. It could be better though. Nothing that the JFJ Easy Pro won't fix though. So yeah, Summoner 2, $3. Then next up we had a game, and it's either part of a series that I didn't know had any sequels, or this is a completely different thing. But this is Samurai Legend Musashi. Now, when I hear that, I'm thinking Brave Fencer Musashi. This might be a sequel to that, but I don't know. It was $1.99. I figured, what the heck, might as well go ahead and pick this up. Maybe it's a good game, maybe it's not a good game, but it's a Square Enix game, so it's probably worth having complete for $1.99. Anyway, next up, excuse me, we got another game that I didn't have, Extreme Legends Dynasty Warriors 4 for the PlayStation 2. Now, once again, didn't have this one. It was $2.99, and for this game, I think this is like a $10 game, so not too bad. And yeah, it's complete. It's in fairly nice shape. The disc, once again, could be better, but it'll definitely play. Yeah, why not? Next up, we have, I think this one's a little, like, around a $10 game. But this is Dark Watch. It might not be a $10 game, actually, because it doesn't have the manual, but it does have the disc. And from what I remember, the disc on this one was in decent shape. Yeah, it's in decent shape. Yeah, this was $1.99, so I figured $1.99 for an interesting-looking Capcom PlayStation 2 game that I didn't have. Why not? Next up, we got another interesting PlayStation 2 game that I didn't have. We have Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. 2, excuse me. I actually have 2 copies of 3, the greatest hits and non-greatest hits one. Actually, do I have 3 copies of it? Because I have one right there. I don't know. I think I'm losing track of how many of that game I have. But yeah, I did not have Tenkaichi 2. I only had just Budokai 2. So, and this one's in a Blockbuster case, so in turn the manual's all scrunched up. But we'll get this into a actually decent case at some point, because it was $1.99. It's in good shape, for not just for rental game. This is in fairly decent shape, like the disc, from what I remember anyway. Yeah, it's fine. It has smudges and stuff on it, but it's fine. Yeah, this is like a $15 game, so heck yeah, for $2. Go ahead and just chuck this on there for now. And then next up, we got another interesting game. I think this is like a $15 game too. This is a name that I don't know how to pronounce. Atelier Iris 3 Grand Phantasm. It's from NIS America, or NIS America. I don't know how you pronounce that either. If they did Rodea the Sky Soldier here, I would get this out, but there's like 35 games on top of it. This is just like a complete catastrophe right now. There's stuff falling over everywhere all the time. It's horrible. I gotta get moved down to the game room as fast as possible. But yeah, it's a nice shape, besides the fact it's missing the manual, but I figure for, a game like this, I gotta get it whether it has a manual or not. And it was only $2.99, so yep, $2.99 for this one. Figured why not. Go ahead pick that up. Yeah. Then last but not least, no. Actually, yeah, we might as well talk about this one first. This is actually a generic Nintendo 64 controller. Once again, I do want to do a series eventually where I look at generic controllers and stuff like that. And this was $3, so I figured, what the heck. Might as well go ahead and pick that up for this series and maybe compare all of my generic Nintendo 64 controllers at some point, and which one's the king of the generic controllers. But yeah, nonetheless, it's a Nintendo 64 controller. Generic one, of course. Now, this next game was actually a very interesting thing. This is all the same trip. The N64 controller, the stack of PlayStation 2 games, and they also actually had Mario Kart 64, but they wanted $40 for it. Now, I wouldn't mind picking that one up because I have the non-million-seller one, and that was the million-seller one, but $40, I just didn't want to do that. And they also had another copy of GoldenEye for $15, but I have like 35,000 copies of GoldenEye 007 at this point. Seriously, it's like, they're just everywhere for me. That's the only game I can I can't find a copy of not New Super Mario Bros. I can find plenty of those. I can't find a copy of Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo, but I can find like 9 copies of GoldenEye 007. Come on. Yeah, Mega Man X in the box, no problem. Super Mario World, not happening. I shouldn't complain about stuff like that, but you know, it's just... It's kind of strange. Yeah, anyway. But this game, I looked at it and I was like, isn't this kind of a spendy game? I didn't have time to, think it over because I actually had to be at work like 2 minutes before I found this. But nonetheless, it is actually kind of an expensive game. We got Pokepark 2, Wonders Beyond. Now this is actually, I believe, like a $30-ish game, complete in good shape. And this one is definitely complete in good shape. It has all the things, of course, here, the manual, the Club Nintendo card, steal it if you like, and of course, disc, and the disc is in good shape from what I remember. Yeah, it's basically flawless, so, yeah. And this one was $4, so for $4, why not, right? And I didn't have it before, so it'll of course go up there in the collection, and probably fall over at a later date. Okay, now last but not least, guys, I got something in the mail today. This isn't a video game, but it's very video game related. It took it darn well long enough to release, over a month after the game's release. I'm sorry, I'm gonna need to use 2 hands and like really... Oh. Yeah. This. Now, I typically don't buy strategy guides. But when it's an 11 by 15 Zelda strategy guide for Zelda Breath of the Wild strategy guide, now, guys, let me just give you a little bit of scale of how big this thing is. Okay, here's a Wii game. It's pretty big, right? It's pretty big. Now let's look at this. Here's Legend of Zelda Arts and Artifacts. It fits in... This is a huge book. This is a huge strategy guide. Granted, it's not nearly as thick as Art and Artifacts, but still, it doesn't have the nice gold leafing on the top, and the nice, soft, warm cover, and just the lovely feeling that you have with the Art and Artifacts LE. But which isn't very limited. I just say it's pretty. I have a feeling good old Dark Horse is printing a couple print runs of that sucker for 10,000 units. But nonetheless, this came from Amazon, so surprisingly, it's actually in decent shape from what it looks like so far. And yeah, it only took it a month and darn near a half. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and open this in a video where I open it and look at it. But yeah, we got it, and it's huge. Seriously, like, I can hide behind it, like, it's freaking huge. Anyway, guys, this has been Dusty. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see y'all next time. Take it easy.